Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have a Samsung cell phone here. This is a Samsung cell phone A13 and this is a 4G model. The exact model for this one is tattooed right and engraved right in here. It's an SM-A135F. Also, it can apply for the same model as an SM-A135M or F model. In this video, I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can open it up and how you can replace the display if your display is broken, just like this one. This one the client brought it in is because the display just has few holes and every part is broken. So I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how to do this. I'm going to go over the tools, everything I'm going to be using, all the tools and everything else is going to be linked in the video description in case you want to purchase for yourself. First thing first, you want an area to work on. I'll be using a workshop towel. These are really good to have. So one sheet of workshop towel for here, and you may have one more sheet for something else. Another good one is an isopropylic or isopropylic alcohol, 98% plus. So you want this one because this one does not create any oxidization, short or anything on the circuit. So get this one. Second one, you need a replacement part. For this one, I have my replacement part here. So you might want to get the right, correct replacement part. I'll leave the link in the video description once you have it. So let's put this one on the side. You need a screwdriver set. I'll be using an iFix screwdriver set as they have one of the best tools out there. From this tool set, you can get the pro set that will give you an opening tool, tweezers and stuff like that. But if not, get the basic set. They're really good to have. For the opening tool, I'll be using a metallic guitar pick. And metallic guitar picks are really suitable to opening cases and covers. You could go get an opening tool just like this ones, but the sharp edges on this one is actually more scratchy than this one. I cannot cut myself with this one, but with this one, I will be able to cut myself. It really hurts. So I'll reuse the guitar pick. And you need a few tweezers, curved or straight tweezers, whichever you like. One of them at least, and one spatula, a plastic spatula, or you can use your nails if you don't have this, but it's good to have. And you need a glue. I'll be using a B7000 glue. It is a big one. You can get a small one, just like this. They come. If you order a LCD, they will include you with this one sometimes. All right, with this one's in hand, you're gonna get it started. So let's see the steps. So if you can turn it off, turn it off. If you can't, don't worry about it. So first thing first, we're gonna remove the screen. To remove the screen first, we're going to remove the tray for the SIM card. So let's go ahead and remove the SIM card tray by pressing this one down and remove the SIM card tray. Next, we want to remove the back cover. So I'm going to start from the bottom corner in here. I'm going to stick the opening tool right there, right between the bottom cover and the LCD. Stick it there and just do a little bit tap right there. You hear a click sound. That's what you want to hear, click sound right there. Work yourself a little to the corner side. Do the same thing on the other side. It's really hard to find the spot that it goes in, but you eventually will be able to fit it in there. Work yourself, and there we go. I found one right there. I hear one or two clicks. Another click right there. Be careful where the buttons are. Volume rocker. You want to work all the way here. All right. Once you did the side in here, we're going to go to where the USB jack is. And we're going to stick it right there. And we're going to do a little jack in there. And now we can see that it is actually coming up. So I'm going to pull it up while I'm wiggling around a little bit. And there, don't yank it too hard because there's a flex cable for the touch right in here. So you want to be careful with that. And bring it this way. I can see this cover for the cameras. It did pop up, but that's fine. If yours didn't do, I'm just going to put it back so I can show you guys. So let's put it back for now. But mostly it doesn't pop out. So now we have it like this. Be careful with the flex cable in here. What I'm going to do in here, first we're going to remove the camera covers right in here. Just stick the opening tool or guitar pick or tweezers underneath and just lift it up. It just comes out. Put a face down. So I mean this side down so the dust doesn't go in, so it doesn't get any dust in there. All right, now we're gonna use a spatula, and we are gonna lift up this touch. Just put it underneath, and we just push down button, so it just put it underneath, it will come out. You do not need to disconnect the battery, but we are gonna do it because the cable from here, if you can see, this bridge cable is for the LCD, so we need to get to it. Once we go there, we're gonna disconnect the battery. So we're gonna grab ourselves the screwdriver. We're gonna use a Phillips 00. We are going to remove all the screws on the top portion and all the screws on the bottom portion. Go ahead and start from one corner and remove all of them. There's a 2 screws right between the cameras. You want to remove that one too. So don't forget removing those screws. I'll put it inside the cover. So I'm going to remove all of them. All the screws are the same size and height, so don't worry about mismatching them. They're all the same. Alright, now that I remove all the screws, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to lift it up from here, put it down there, and then bring it up. Or just try to from the corner, whatever makes it easy, chop from here. It comes up. Bring it up and remove it. Now I can see the connector for the battery is this one here. You can put your finger under the jack and pop it up. Or put this plastic cover right underneath and lift it up. The same way that you remove this one is the same thing with the other one. Both they look the same. Once you do that, you want to remove the connector for the display. Now we need to remove the bottom portion. So we're going to remove this cover once you remove the screws. Same thing here. Just pop it out. Now we have it there. We need to disconnect this one right in here. Just put your hand in here and lift up this jack. Because there's a 2 connectors in here. We have these 2 lifted up. So now we can go ahead and remove this screen. We don't need to remove anything else. To remove the screen, what I like to do, I'll put lots of alcohol right on top so it can get in between the borders. And I'm pretty much gonna stick the opening tool right underneath the bezel and make sure it goes right in there. Put safety glasses on, so if you do it hard, it can just go right in your eye, the glass, and it comes out. It's coming out. So I'm working myself around. I'll put a little bit of alcohol on the opening tool so it moves it in and it comes like really like a bottle. It just opens up. So I'm gonna work it. Look, it's like a pretty much. It feels like there's nothing in there. So I can see this word just came out loose. All right, and there we go. We are gonna lift it up, and we're gonna pull it out. So this is your old display. You're gonna put this to one side. Now let's see what's going on in here. This one, when this paper is red, it's because it's been exposed to water. So there's some exposure to the water. So that's another thing. Let's put that one in there. Put the cables in here. Alright. So what I'm going to do in here, we are going to clean the edges because there's a little more glass right in here. So we're going to clean everything. And I'm going to use a spatula, a metallic spatula, to run it all across to be able to clean this extra adhesive that it has, all the adhesive in the corner. You can use a cutter just in the corner. You just want to clean it up and remove the old adhesive. You can put an alcohol right on it. It makes life much easier. And then just drag it in there, back and forward. It will clean the old adhesive. To the corners where the more glass was in here. So we need to clean as much as you can. You don't have to go super clean, but if you take your time cleaning it, that's the best. If you don't clean the adhesive and you put an adhesive glue right over that one, and so it doesn't stick really well. So that's why I always like taking my time cleaning it up. So you have the best service job. Some people, they don't even clean it, they just stick it right over. Speaker grill in here is really clogged up, so you might want to clean that one out too. You can use a soft toothbrush to clean it too. Look at all this dirt that I'm pulling it off. Alright, I cleaned as much as I could. I'm going to grab a toothbrush here. I'm going to brush off every extra excess that I have in here. Make sure there's nothing else left in there. And we are going to clean up the workplace. So let's clean it up. Alright, so I'll bring another one. So right now we're going to put the screen on and we're going to test it out first. Before you always put the glue or stick it in there, you want to test it out. So stick the bigger connector in there. Be gentle with it. And just set it down, make sure it just goes in nicely, sits in there. Bring it this way up. Connect the connector on this end. Snap it in there. Connect the other side, the bridge. Make sure it clicks in nicely. Bring down the battery connector. Connect that one in there. And for power on, I have to put the other one, but I can just plug in the charger and see if it's charging up or not. And if I see any display and stuff like that, that's a go. So I'm gonna plug in the charger. And it shows in here 0 watt, so it's not pulling anything yet. 8 watt, 9 watt, so that means it's charging up. I see a charge logo right there in the middle. You can see that lightning thing. So there we go. It's charging up nicely. That means the LCD is working and the phone is working. It's at 41% charge. So I'm going to disconnect it. So we can continue with assembling it in place. So we're going to disconnect the battery. We are going to disconnect this one. And we are going to disconnect the other one. And we are going to pull the screen back. Before we do anything, on the back of the screen there's a double-sided adhesive. We need to remove that. Be gentle with it. I'll put it down, then I'll just lift that. I'm going to pull it up straight, gentle. And I'm going to tape it in there. That adhesive helps with the dissipation of the heat too. It's a thermal adhesive. Now we're going to prepare it here. So if you want to use this one, if you have a bigger one, doesn't matter whichever glue you want, and we're going to glue it right in place. So we're going to go all around inside and we're going to put a tiny line in there. Doesn't matter if it sticks out, because once it's dry after 12 hours, the rest from outside is just a silicone. It's just going to fall off. So just put a tiny line all around. You can get this transparent glue, or it comes in a black glue, black color. So it doesn't matter. They're all the same as long as it's a T7000. I'll put a little dab in the corner in here, little dab right by the camera, little right there in the other corner. So you can grab that nicely a little bit every 2 centimeters all around. I'm gonna put a little bit of depth right there, little tiny line right in here, so it grabs from the body of the LCD. And I'll put one tiny bit in the middle, and there we have it. All right, so now we're gonna fit it in there. I'll bend this one a little bit, 45-degree angle, so it makes it easy to go through the jack connector in here. And bring it up, drop it in, make sure it goes all the way nicely inside the border. Once it's in there, put it face down, push it down, push the clips in place, bring the other clip in. Once you have that one in place, you're going to bring the battery connector in, plug in the battery connector. I'm going to remove the screws from here. I'm going to bring this board over, and I'm going to snap down the connector right there. You're going to grab the top part, you're going to put it over, and we're going to push the corner. It should make a nice click sound. Grab the bottom portion, the housing, put it on top, make sure it hears a nice click sound. Grab the, before you put the camera, you need to put the screws. So let's put all the screws that we removed, you're going to put them right over. Don't forget the 2-1 right under between the cameras. Alright, now that we put all the screws, we're going to grab the cover for the camera covers, lens covers. You're going to put them on and snap it in place. Grab the top portion, bring it up like a pamphlet. Put it on top, push the corners nicely, make sure you those nice click sounds all over, all around. And once you're done with that, now you can grab elastics. You can buy yourself a nice tough elastic and put a book right on top, right flat surface, leave them for 6 hours. Or you can grab an elastic and put them elastic all every 2-3 centimeters. Or if you want to work professionally or better, grab yourself these clamps. These are the LCD clamps. As soon as you rotate, it has a rubber fit. So what I'm going to do in here, I'm going to slide it out. I'm going to put this one right on top. I'm going to close it gently, not too hard, every few centimeters, and this will keep an even pressure all around on the LCD. So I'm going to put this on every corner. This way I can leave it overnight for curing. Now once it's cured, then you have a nice adhesion. We're going to connect the charger and make sure that it's charging. We should be able to see a charge. 0, 2, 8, and I see a symbol right there, and it should start rotating. And again, I hope you guys like this video. If you want to support the channel, you can click that like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It supports and helps me to make more videos. If you have any question or requests, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. This is how you can replace your display for your Samsung A13 4G. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.